Hello, Pisces, and welcome to Indigo Rising Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you're having a great day. This will be your weekly reading for the week of January 19th through the 25th. And during that time, we'll have first a waning gibbous moon, which is a really good time for self-reflection, time to make positive changes, kind of get rid of bad habits and negative thinking. And then we'll have the last quarter moon on the 22nd, and that will move us into the waning crescent energy, which is a really good time for surrender, rest, and healing. So keep those moon energies in mind as you're moving through your week. This will be an intuitive general reading for the energies that you may or may not encounter. So, of course, please take what resonates and leave what doesn't for someone else. All right, Pisces, your overall message card for this reading: surrender to the divine. Right. Let's see what you guys have going on this week. As I'm shuffling the tarot card, I'd like to remind, or cards, I'd like to remind you to notice the synchronicities around you this week. Not only this week, of course, but every week. You know, there might be an animal that shows up that you don't normally see. I know when that happens to me, I kind of take note of that animal and I go and look up its spirit energy. And many times I can apply that energy to a current situation in my life. So, you know, that's how to kind of work with nature in that way. It might be repeating numbers that you see. Of course, you know, go look up those angel numbers. Might be a song that you overhear or a conversation. So just keep an eye out for those synchronistic things that happen. Those are your little breadcrumbs that the universe kind of shows you on your unique path. So my reminder this week for you to pay attention to those. We've already got some cards, a card coming out here. We will take that card and all right, there we go. Pisces, January 19th through the 25th. Your overall energy is the King of Swords. So kind of on top of things here, kind of, you know, knowledgeable in things that you do and the way that you speak. Just kind of very clear-headed, intellectually, just kind of on top of things. Great, great energy. Your current situation, more swords. All right. So here comes the 5, which is our card of winning through deceit or underhanded tactics. So is that you or is that someone else around you? So you might want to watch out for that energy this week. And, you know, if that's you, that's just really making sure that you're conscious of what your words and messaging, what their effect is on other people. You know, if you're sitting in this King of Swords energy, you know, I just can see the swords as, you know, they're biting, they're sharp, and sometimes the words can be too. So make sure that you're using your words and thoughts in a positive way this week, and not maybe saying the wrong thing to get some feelings hurt. Or, and this could be you. This could be someone direct something at you that kind of hurts your feelings. So, you know, make sure that you're listening to that kind of messaging. And if you need to get clarification from someone, certainly stop them to do that, right? At the root of your situation is the Ace of Wands. So, oh, I love the Ace card. So this is just a new passion. This is something that you're like, oh, I love this thing. You know, whatever this is that you're introduced to this week, something new coming in, something that, you know, this could just be a new way of being. It could be that you are speaking very clearly and that is your passion. That's what the thing that you love this week. But it could be something just new that pops in and you think, oh, that's something I really, really, I'm going to put some time and energy into. In your recent past here, it looks like you're coming out of a celebration period and just feeling really good. You know, all of those emotional cups are full around you. You know, you've got the support of, you know, the people in your life, your friends, your family. So you're just really feeling supported right now, which is also a great energy to be in. What's on your mind this week is some judgment. So, you know, are you making some sort of judgment? And I'm going back to thinking right here of this 5. You know, 5s are kind of our disruptors in the numerology world. It's you know, if things are on track, it can just kind of throw you a little off kilter. And so are you making some sort of judgment and saying something about it, or are you feeling judgment because someone has said something to you? So again, just watch your words this week and watch the words coming at you and make sure you reach out to get clarification. What is just ahead of you is the High Priestess. So this is using your intuition. This is a card of mystery, but this is, your subconscious. You might have a dream that speaks out to you this week, or points you in some area of truth. When it comes to this judgment, it's our dreams are there to help us kind of work our things out in our day-to-day lives in part. I think dreams are a lot. There's a lot going on there, um, but part of that is, you can have some sort of dream that just gives you a little bit of clarification and makes you move in the right direction using your intuitive thoughts. If that makes sense. In your advice position is the Six of Cups. So, this is really just you're enjoying this emotional life around you. So, even when things are going on, I mean, this could just be something someone says to you at work, it causes you to have a judgment about them or a judgment about yourself. And, your advice is like, look, this is not the worst thing that's happening to you this week because you've got all these full emotional cups. You're just really, really supported. And, the advice is to keep that in mind and remember that. What's beyond your control this week is the Ace of Cups. So let me grab a drink real quick. Winter's trying to get me with a tickling cough. I refuse to let it. So anyway, what's beyond your control is this, this overflowing, this support. This is you having an open heart. Maybe if someone does say the wrong thing to you, you can kind of let it go this week or, wait for that apology. So I just feel like you're in a really good place. Pisces can be a little bit oversensitive. So if someone does say something to you that kind of knocks you the wrong way, just maybe I feel like the energy here is to just kind of maybe let that go. That maybe they don't mean it in the way that you think, and let your intuition guide you there. What is your secret desire? What you're trying to avoid is the Emperor. So, here's our card of leadership and of being, just very skilled. This is someone who is very systematic in the way they do things and they manage things. So, are you trying to avoid being that person, or is your secret desire to just have more control and more of the sense of things that are around you? So, only you can answer when the card's in that position. So, think about that. The fact that this card, represents just kind of resilience and someone who's just very qualified and knows how to get stuff done. And are you trying to avoid being that person, or is that your secret desire to get to that place? Think about that. Something to think on this week. In your outcome positions is you're almost there. So whatever this is that you're going through, I see it as a little disruption, um, and you're kind of at an ending with it, whether that judgment changes the way that you deal maybe with this person in the future. So you're just kind of done and you're going to move on in a better way. And how you manage things. You can't control other people. So if that's a decision that you make this week, am I just going to be stronger? Am I going to not, if I'm a little sensitive, am I not going to let those kind of things, and I think of how men are at work. Women, not so much, but men, they just, they really give each other crap and say things and if I feel like if I was in that environment, I would be overthinking everything. And women, we just don't do that. We don't mess with each other like men do, but maybe there could be situations that come up. I know my daughter was telling me something this week that she encountered where it actually was another male where he said something and it just really took her aback and took her a minute to react to it. And she couldn't react in the moment. So, it could be something like that that's said. And maybe it's said in jest and you just need to kind of go and maybe let it go. Next week is a better week, right? What's being hidden from you this week is the 10 of Pentacles. So, the fact that this is hidden from you, this is kind of the ultimate happiness. You're in a place where your cups are full and this is kind of this speaks more to your material world, but also, this is just the card of just wealth and security overall. And so that's a little bit hidden from you this week. And maybe that means to kind of keep your eye on the reason, if this is something work related that someone said to you, there's a reason you're at that job, and that person is not that reason. You have your own reasons. So keep that in mind. Let's get a final message here from the Soul Oracle deck. Final message for Pisces, January 19th through the 25th. 19th through the 25th. That card did just not want to go. Okay. Raise your vibration. Yeah, this says, your overall message was surrender to the divine, raise your vibration. I think you're going to have more of a spiritual outlook on whatever these biting words. And again, this could be you saying something to someone, and maybe you can think about your words very carefully this week. But if something was said to you and you're making this judgment, or you're rushing to judgment, go within and really think about it. Raise your vibration, try to be the better person if you can do that, and surrender to the divine. Sometimes these things happen just so that we can, learn a very quick message just for ourselves. But in your overall outcome here, it's the end of this. Whatever happens this week, I don't think you're going to have to revisit it. You're going to manage it, you're going to deal with it, and you're going to do it in the way that you know how to, and you're very sensitive and whimsical Pisces way. So I really hope there was something in this message here that you can take away and use for this week. Watch out for those biting words, and just, again, bring your heart into the situation. You're in a really good place emotionally, and don't let things get to you so that you're either the person giving that message or taking it and kind of taking it the wrong way, Pisces. So again, I really appreciate your time here with me today. I hope there was something you can take away and use. I do post weekly readings, so come back next week and we'll see if this message, continues, if this is kind of an ongoing story, or if there's something totally new here for you. Also, if you enjoy my reading style, please like and subscribe. It really helps my channel, and of course, I would really appreciate that. So, Pisces, I hope you have the best week, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.